When we talk about addiction, we don't always talk about how differently it shows up for women, and honestly, we need to. We often think of substance use as something men struggle with more, and culturally, we give men a lot more wiggle room. If a man drinks too much, people say he's blowing off steam. If he uses drugs, it's framed as risky, but somehow still expected. For women, though, the judgment starts immediately. Labels get thrown around fast: irresponsible, unfit, out of control. And what's even more striking is that biologically, women can progress from first use to addiction faster than men. This is known as the telescoping effect. The body metabolizes substances differently. Hormones interact differently. Stress impacts the brain differently. So not only are women judged more harshly, the physiological impact can be more severe more quickly. But the story doesn't end there, because layered on top of biology is expectation. Motherhood adds another weight entirely. Many women who struggle with addiction are terrified to ask for help, not because they don't want it, but because they fear losing their children. They fear being seen as the bad mom. They fear the stigma that men rarely, if ever, face in the same way. And if you're a mother who's also experienced trauma, which is incredibly common, the shame can feel overwhelming. Trauma and addiction often walk hand in hand, especially for women. Emotional abuse, physical violence, sexual trauma, these experiences change the nervous system. Substances can become a way to cope, to numb, to survive. Yet when women finally reach for help, they're met with silence, suspicion, or even worse, blame. This is why a trauma-informed perspective matters. When someone's struggling, instead of asking, "What's wrong with you?" we shift to, "What happened to you? And how can we support your healing?" Because behind the addiction, there's almost always a story of pain, a story of surviving, a story of caring more than anyone ever realized. And here's the heart of it. If we're going to improve recovery outcomes for women, we have to admit something uncomfortable. We as a society make it harder for women to get help. Men's substance use is often minimized. Women's substance use is often condemned. And that double standard pushes women deeper into silence and further away from the very support that can save their lives. So what can we do? We can start by softening our assumptions, by leading with compassion instead of judgment, by recognizing that addiction is not a moral failing, it's a health issue, and by creating spaces where women feel safe to seek help without fear, without shame, without scrutiny. Because when we support women in recovery, we're not just helping individuals, we're strengthening families, communities, and future generations. This Women's History Month, let's honor women not just for their accomplishments, but also for their resilience, especially those fighting silent battles. Everyone deserves the chance to heal, and women deserve the chance without carrying the added weight of stigma. Thank you.